What up? What up? What up, you guys? It's Blackwing 2040. Welcome back to the DC Animated Universe Marathon. I got my boy Tex here as we're going through Batman the Animated Series. And this episode, a little bit different, but we also get our introduction to another DC superhero that's not part of the Bat family. And that hero is Zatanna, aka my superhero wife, of course.
Of course.
I just have to throw that in there because I mean,
Oh no, I get it. It's fine.
it's crazy because I didn't first know about Zatanna until you remember that Justice League Heroes video game.
Yes, I do. I remember the opening. It was like Superman, Man of
Yeah,
Steel,
that
John
that was
Stewart, Green Lantern,
yeah,
Zatanna, Mistress of Magic. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I remember.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that
That was
game.
my first ever introduction to Zatanna,
I think it might have
and
been mine too. Now that you bring it up.
yeah, because I was like Zatanna. Because I remember before I got the game, I was just like, what was that? I remember I was like, what was that Justice League video game that came out that was almost like I don't know that I never got. I was almost getting it, but and then I typed it in Justice League Heroes. I saw the roster of playable characters like Zatanna. I'm like, Zatanna? Who is that? Like, who is Zatanna? And find out she's a magician. I would say sorceress, but let's just say, like Mistress of Magic is her title. Let's just go with that.
No, I get you, but yeah, I feel it. I mean, Zatanna. I don't know, my friend. I honestly couldn't tell you. It was either the JLU episode when Wonder Woman got turned into a pig, or that's got to be. I can't think of anything else I might have seen her in. It had to be that. I think
Yeah,
it was definitely that.
yep, it was. Plus, that's the episode that really was a standout moment for her as well. Because besides this, with this being her first DC animated universe debut, you don't see Zatanna until like years later until JLU. We're at the end of the rope of the DC animated universe by that point. But yeah. So this episode is focusing on Zatanna, and she has a few bits ties to Bruce because her father, Giovanni Zatara, was one of his mentors slash trainers, taught him to how to be an escape artist, and that's how Zatanna and Bruce know each other. Very interesting how they had a little history.
One of the only times I think we ever see Giovanni until Young Justice does something with him.
Yep, yep,
Animation, anyway.
yep, that is true. But anyway, we've done a lot of chit chat. Let's get into the good stuff.
Ah.
But yeah, it's funny because the first time I got introduced to Giovanni Zatara was actually Young Justice.
Oh, for me too. I never knew he would. Now that's a character I definitely didn't know to Young Justice, and I actually like him. And like a lot of the history about him is so weird because it's like, didn't he appear in the same issue as either Superman or Batman? He's
I
an
be-
actually really old character.
I believe so. Let me do some digging.
Yeah, so that's very interesting. I because I never knew that. Like I think I was watching like a video about Zatanna's history. Like, oh yeah, her dad is actually like one of the older DC heroes before DC was even
Yes,
a
he
thing.
did. He made his first appearance, Action Comics #1, just like
That's
Superman.
insane. That's insane. That's actually interesting. You know, the latest season of Young Justice has given him a lot of like. Well, Young Justice in general has given him the most I think that's ever happened with him outside the comics.
That is very, very interesting.
He's a pretty old guy. Give him props. I think now it makes more sense why Young Justice even introduced Giovanni with like the Justice League and Zatanna is like a bit younger, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like this art, but yeah, the Zatanna's great. Her whole gimmick of saying things backwards too.
Yep.
I think she's easy like to stick. Like her design, like for a superhero, look, it's not really a costume. It's more like, yeah, she's a magician girl. I think that's a very interesting take, which is
It's
why I think it's kind of weird DC keeps trying to give her an actual costume. Just let it go.
like just don't give her a costume.
Don't let it go. Like if it don't got the top hat, it's not Zatanna, man. Come on.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
Okay, so this implies Bruce has been Batman for what, like maybe 8 years? I
I
don't,
would. Yep.
That's witchcraft. If I saw that, I'd be freaking out. There's nothing can explain that. I'm sorry.
All
I
right.
love seeing young Bruce. I would have loved the Batman Year One with this Bruce, bro. I love his design. A master of magic.
There she is, young Zatanna. Flashback to young Bruce.
I should really like Giovanni's design too.
Yep. The way how she's just staring at it. Wow.
She wanted to be one.
He just wanted to learn the tools.
I definitely helped him out. She's really just goofing off in the back. That's what it's saying to me.
Yep.
I actually love the concept that Bruce learns a lot of his skills from not even just like normal, like some monk in the mountains, but he learns from like other established like characters. Like I love I think he's actually the reason I'm such a big fan of Wildcat. When I learned that he learned his boxing from Wildcat, I got that from Batman Brave and the Bold.
Yep.
So Giovanni's a likable guy. Look at him. He looks like a nice dad. Chill. Probably hasn't appeared in a comic in like 80 years though.
I mean, Giovanni, he has some ties to the, as I'm looking through and researching, it says there he does have some ties with the All-Star Squadron, which was like the old school before they were called the Justice Society, and he also has some ties with the JSA, of course, the Justice League. So he does have ties to superhero teams.
Okay, it's just most of the time I remember hearing about him in comics is very post-mortem. Like he's like one of those characters who's been dead for a while now. People just accepted it. Oh, did I miss that reference? He drew like a Joker card, right?
Yep.
That's yeah. I know where Bruce ends up by Batman Beyond. That's very sad in hindsight.
Man, when we get to Batman Beyond, it's gonna be a fun ride from there.
I definitely remember the episode he was looking past his past romances.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing Zatanna in one of them.
Zatanna, Lois.
Jesus, I'm never get. That's insane.
Barbara, which was
we can avoid that one for now. Zatanna, back to Zatanna. Beautiful, Bruce, beautiful. That was a great escape.
Beautiful woman. Oh, how coincidentally how he catches the flowers.
Coincidental. I don't know. I feel like you send yourself up to get to get in trouble here. You know.
Yep, definitely. She really does know how to work a crowd, though. I'll give her that. It's just sometimes she can get a little cocky sometimes, but I guess it's just the performer in her to keep the crowd rolling.
I kind of like it, from a character standpoint. I think it really works. I think when you're like a performer character, I think a bit of fun and ego takes it very far. Well, I'm sorry, I was struck by that guy's eyes. Like I don't know, he's drawing weird.
Wow.
Again, I feel like you set yourself up to get like in trouble here. I wouldn't have done it.
That's pretty much the point.
Especially because y'all don't know if she's doing magic. Y'all don't know if it's real or not. So I don't know.
Exactly.
That pink smoke is very striking. Oh my. Oh, I guess they didn't think she could do it. Okay. Don't know. Why'd you let her try it?
Yep. It's funny how she didn't say abracadabra.
Does she do any of her backward stuff in this?
No, I don't think she does.
Okay, yeah, okay. Because I was watching, I was like, yeah, she probably doesn't.
Uh-oh.
Logical. Okay, you just did magic. I don't think you want to use that word.
Oh, dear.
They were just there. Jesus.
They're
Okay.
just standing right there.
They were probably enjoying the show until that too. What? Why is there a car on the stage? That's
Oh,
so
come.
unnecessary. Like,
A bit much here, folks.
that's embarrassing.
That is really...
Oh, they took off the
No.
top hat, man. Nah, that's insane. Okay, and she's funny too. Yeah, I don't say you don't love Zatanna, man.
Like, time to go to work, Bruce.
That seems like such a big design flaw in your truck, but whatever. I thought this is gonna get her in more trouble.
Eh,
Not even technically, you are a fugitive.
you did.
That's okay. She's
She
funny.
already...
She's very charming too. Yeah.
Oh, yes. The fact that he was about to pull over and just drop her off. And Bullock. I feel like we haven't seen Bullock in a while.
I don't think we have. It's been a minute since I've seen him. Last episode I remember seeing Bullock is it was the episode when Joker was not framing, he was blackmailing that guy. It was threatening his family.
Oh, Joker's favor.
Yeah, Joker's favorite. I think that's the last time I remember seeing him, but maybe it was a bit after that.
Yep.
Yeah. So I remember, like in this episode, does she actually have magic, or is it just like it's a show right now?
She
I feel like at this point they didn't want her to be actually magical, I guess.
yeah, despite her powers, because I don't know where Zatanna was at this point in DC Comics, because it was the 90s and
Yeah.
a lot of heroes were going through a lot of changes in the 90s. Bruce was crippled, Super Clark was dead. Diana was in Wonder Woman at some point. Hal became Parallax. Everybody was going through changes.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they were like, yes, Zatanna no longer has magic, so now she must depend on her wits, like an actual normal magician, stage magician, or something like that.
Oh, looks like she wants to tag along.
Okay, Bruce. You're searching there, Bruce. You better watch out.
The fact is like husband, maybe.
Hey, you're checking. Oh, that's sad. Yeah, she knows. You saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she definitely knows. Okay, whatever you said, Bruce.
And the fact that you went with an alias called John Smith.
Yeah, no.
Wow. I'm pretty sure that might have been like a silent alarm or something. Yep.
I'm sure. Yeah. Come, don't be shy. I don't
Wait,
know.
he's not even there.
Yeah, I'm not feeling this vibe.
Nope, he's not even there. Gotcha.
That I thought it'd be easier ways to trap people.
Oh,
Oh my god, this wasn't here before.
trap door. Clever.
What it must be. Most of them would feel like to be a millionaire, bro. My god. It would have been easy just to have Spike down there.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Oh gosh. Oh, that's a very interesting way to cut the commercial. Especially with no music.
Yeah. Where's Mr. Miracle when you need him?
Oh yeah, Mr. Miracle. The universe's greatest escape artist.
Mr. Miracle is. I love Mr. Miracle. I love Scott, but he's BS. No, I'd be seeing him escape stuff like no, that's impossible. I
feel like he would give Zatanna a run for his money.
I mean, he would. I feel like he'd actually have to use magic then. That's actually pretty smart. Use the spikes to climb. I never even thought about that.
Good idea. Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. For a second, I thought
Move it.
Ooh, close one.
Oh.
Okay, you got to say I do after everything, man. Like,
I think it was a recording.
So he made a recording just in case they escaped. I guess it's smart. I mean, I guess I'd do it too.
Yo, who would fly these kind of planes? It's ridiculous.
But I don't know, plane to me.
With a whole dining scene and everything.
That pilot must be that pilot must be great, man. I couldn't do it. What are you, the Riddler? Why are you leaving clues?
Riddler called. He wants his gimmick back.
This guy's just cocky is what he is. You're on a plane. What do you plan to escape to? Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, God. I was very weirdly framed, but cool. Detective, what are you, Rachel Gould?
Again,
this guy's just stealing everybody's gimmicks. Like, stay back, detective. What? Oh my god, I didn't expect that. Yeah, now he's beginning to talk a lot how I expect Ray to talk. My dear.
Yes, I'm sorry, my dear.
Yeah, he's got the goatee too. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. He got the haircut. He kind of got the hairstyle too. Look at it,
Yep.
Okay, this man, he's Rachel Gould, he's Riddler. He's stealing everybody else's gimmicks.
I'm surprised how Bruce and Zatanna got onto the jet before he even took off into the air.
I'm trying to think about it. It's just Batman's cool. So Zatanna himself couldn't do it. I don't know.
No, just trust him, Zatanna. Zana.
Okay, that's the giveaway.
Yep, that's her nickname that I used to call her.
Yeah, that's the giveaway. She definitely knows after that. No, in what way? Like, you tried to get her
just wrong.
You tried to send her to jail. Like, there was no point you even showed interest, I don't think. But whatever, do you? Wow, Bruce, that's very good on you, man. Incredible. He had a lockpick. What are you doing, man? Just tear it.
Oh,
that man's trying his hardest.
at this point, I would have called the Batwing. At this point,
Oh man, he's trying to show off, obviously. Whoa! Like I'm breaking my no kill. If I'm gonna die, I'm breaking my no kill rule once. I'll tell you that. Why y'all shooting like y'all boss ain't down there? Like, exactly. You idiots!
You idiots! I'm down here.
Oh man, I love Mook so much in Batman series, bro.
They're
They're so
not
stupid.
smart. They are not smart at all.
Well, you shoot me, you don't get paid, right? Oh, this was pointless.
Tip them over.
So this is on autopilot the whole time?
Yep.
I wouldn't trust it.
Oh gosh.
Oh my god. All this could have been avoided if you just didn't say where you were coming from. I mean, where you were going. I don't.
He's like, I'm not changing direction until they're dead.
I was actually holding up the wing.
The wing flap.
Okay, that's pretty smart. I feel like that's actually like a really weak spot, so it makes sense he could do it.
Ooh.
I don't know how much strength that would take logically, but it's
exactly. I'm like, it can't be that easy to lift up.
Yeah, who knows?
It's cartoons.
No, I'll take it. I feel like that thing has to be pretty light for the turns and the shifts. It has to make so maybe it's possible, especially when you're built like Bruce. You know.
Yep.
That man is built like a truck, a slim truck.
Is that
what are y'all really?
What
did y'all get these? You telling me you have these? Okay, see, okay. This time y'all could have brought the guns.
A giant wrench.
Well, why would you need that? None of you. Okay, it's funny. Okay, the wrench I'm kind of allowing, but the axe is just so medieval. Like it feels like it's so out of place here. Y'all must be getting paid a lot because I would not trust that guy not to just shoot us all off, bro. Bro, you are trash. You are trash.
They're dead.
I would be.
Wait. Actually, I want to say.
There it goes. There goes that little moment where they got to say you. See that's like Steve, and I don't know what we're gonna call the other guy in the opening. Like they just keep
Mark.
There we go, Steve and Mark. They just trip on each other, and it's like, bro, like, come on, man. The best magic in the world, a good old punch.
Now the real crook gets put away.
I'm glad this guy's gone. he makes me mad. When he called him detective, it just made me way. I don't know. It made me feel some type of way. Okay, so he just accepted she knows now.
Yep.
She probably doesn't know he's actually Bruce Wayne. Just knows that John Smith is Batman.
Oh! Look at that! Now the shoe's on the other foot.
Ooh, maybe a bit of actual matching. Who knows? Yeah, left the flyer. That's nice. That's nice. That makes sense because in the DCAU episode, I actually never got why they were so close and already knew each other, but that makes sense. Great.
Well,
I like that episode.
In Batman's case, he knows everybody. He knows when they're on the science portion of the hero world.
Man, that man knew Etrigan before any other member of
exactly. It's like he knows somebody in each department of the hero world. It's just like it doesn't matter. I'm like I know somebody who can help us. Like who?
The person.
Yeah, I was like I know a guy or a woman.
I know 4 people. The Fantastic Four. They're from a different dimension from ours. They travel across. Like I wouldn't be surprised if he said that. I honestly wouldn't.
Like there's someone I know who can help us. He's young. but he can do it because it was him the one that called Static to help with the Justice League with their Watchtower problem.
I guess that makes sense. He's always keeping an eye out of all the other heroes.
Like, it's just like he's the networker for the superhero community.
Hey,
Like,
man, yeah.
I'm like, nobody networks more than Batman does. He's like, he has those connections. It's very interesting. But yeah, this episode as a whole, giving us our first DC superhero who isn't part of the Bat family an appearance was very, I'll be honest, it was very out of the blue the first time I watched this episode, like years and years ago. Because I'm just like, Zatanna, like in a Batman the animated series episode, that's
Yeah, I would
odd.
have expected her to like show up in Superman if I'm being honest, because his whole weakness to magic and something like that.
Yeah, well, Superman was getting a lot of guest appearances. I have no problem with that, but
Oh,
having
that man got the bigger names. I give him that. Aquaman, Lantern, or Kyle Rayner, Lantern. Good
Doctor
on him.
Fate,
Oh, I
Steel.
forgot about that.
So yeah, the Legion of Super. Yeah, Superman was getting all the guest appearances. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
so I guess they were like, yeah, I guess it's, throw Batman a bone, give him somebody a bit grounded, and I dug it.
Yeah.
I like Zatanna a lot. Since she's the team up character of this episode. I think as a character she was really fun.
Yes, she was, and a very underrated character as well.
Oh yeah. I heard they're working on the movie for her. I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, at this point, words don't mean nothing. At this point, I'm like, as soon as announcement, my butt, sheesh. How about that? Like, quit giving us announcements and actually put money where your mouth is.
I feel that.
WB. But a very interesting episode. I just mainly put this episode as commentary because one, I love Zatanna because she's she's hot. Who wouldn't fall for her? Who wouldn't?
Oh yeah, she's great.
And second of all, it's a character that's outside of the Batman mythos. So we get characters like, I don't know, like Batgirl or Robin or whatchamacallit, like the Grey Ghost. Grey Ghost is strictly original character. That's a different case.
Made for his relationship to be with Batman. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, with Zatanna, you have a character who is part of the DC history, who has a relationship with Batman, or a working relationship with Batman. I had to make that clear.
Yeah, funny, no, because I remember enough that I know in the comics, actually, I feel like a lot of writers have actually pushed that Batman and Zatanna actually are close, like decent friends in the comics too. Because I remember their friendship was strained during was it Identity Crisis? When he got his memories back, and
Identity Crisis strained a lot of hero. That
because I remember they referenced it in Injustice, and in Injustice, Zatanna was like, "You still haven't forgiven me." I was like, "What is that referencing?" And I was like, "Oh, okay."
I'm like, "Oh, the mind wiping."
Yeah. Yep. Then she appeared quite a few years later. Well, a few years from now. It was a few years ago. In Detective Comics, where she teamed up with the team at the time: Clayface, Batwoman, Tim Drake, Bruce. They were doing something. All I know is that she was a part of the team. Like, she joined to help them with some case. I think she helped Bruce get his. Oh yeah, I think it was like a joke on Identity Crisis. She helped him get the memories back that he lost from Ra's al Ghul from all their engagements. Ra's al Ghul was like, "Yeah, I took a lot of your memories away." He's like, "Every time you run to the League of Assassins, it was something like that." But yeah, Zatanna and Bruce, it seems every time I see Zatanna, it's somehow related to Batman, even in Young Justice.
Yep.
Yeah, she's not related to Batman, but she has a romantic relationship with the first Robin, so it's always something like that.
I love the relationship between Dick and Zatanna. And
I do too. It's a shame I didn't get to see any of it, but
it was great. It was great. It was great.
It was a nice build up. I really liked it. That might be my favorite Zatanna actually. Because
I mean, that's the only Zatanna that's given anything.
That's exactly why she's my favorite.
That she's given something.
I feel so bad. Did she ever get to appear in Brave and the Bold?
She was in the cold opening team ups in Brave and the Bold.
Oh, okay. So one of them them 30-second opening.
Yes, those 30-second team up moments in the beginning of the episode before the theme song. So yeah,
okay. I used to love those actually. So
yes, some were good, some were just like that was it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was a good episode. Of course, we won't see Zatanna again until JLU. So I mean,
You would think she would appear in the Clarion episode in the Batman Adventures, wouldn't you?
in
Well,
terms of
actually, I don't know. Maybe I'm just saying that because I'm used to Clarion and Zatanna having some bit of rivalry because of Young Justice. In the comics, it's probably not. I know nothing about Clarion.
look, Young Justice was my first introduction to Clarion as a whole. Okay, so
Seven Soldiers of Victory. I don't, what is that?
yeah, the seven. Oh yeah, the Seven Soldiers of Victory. I believe that's a magic base team.
I don't get that team because Green Arrow and Speedy are both on it. So
Oh,
I
that
don't.
scene. Oh yeah, that. Oh, that Seven Soldiers of Victory.
Is that not the same one? Or are they different? Because I know nothing about that team. I just know that
There's
Clarion apparently was on there.
yeah, there's the original Seven Soldiers of Victory that had Ollie, Speedy, Vigilante,
Shining
uh,
Knight.
Shining Knight.
Oh, is that the joke in that JLU episode when they fight the
Uh, yeah,
General
General
Eiling?
Eiling. Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
okay, cool.
yeah, that
Cool.
was the meaning of that joke. Because I'm literally looking at the picture on whatchamacallit on the DC on the DC wiki. Like, I mean, that's how else am I gonna find out about this team? Because yeah, it was Arrow, Speedy, Shining Knight, Crimson Avenger.
Okay, I was like, what? Okay, that's the only episode Crimson Avenger ever appeared into. So I always thought that was like, who is this guy? Okay. So that was the joke. Seven Soldiers of Victory. Okay, cool.
Yep, Star Spangled Kid,
Oh yeah.
Stripesy, and there was another. Let me see: Vigilante, Crimson Avenger, Green
I
Arrow,
think they
Speedy,
replaced I think they replaced one of them with Star. I think they replaced the Star Sprinkled kid with Stargirl in the episode, right?
Yep, they did because
Okay.
Star Stripe
Yeah. Okay.
to
Cool.
play with the Star and Stripe thing. I gotta get around to reading. Maybe not really Stargirl the book, but mainly her time with the JSA because
I kind of want to read that too because I remember I always wanted to read her relationship with Billy because
Billy.
apparently there was this issue because apparently a lot of the members of the JSA didn't know Billy was actually a kid. So when they
Oh shit!
saw
Oh, you Billy. I'm like, oh Shazam.
yeah, so and her and Billy were dating, and Jay Garrick was like, I don't want you near her, and I was like, oh okay, so it's gonna be one of those stories, and then
Huh.
yeah, and then Billy's like, yeah, I think he asked Clark to speak on his bad, but he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna leave. He left the team for some contrived reason, and he was like, yeah, I don't want to tell them that I'm actually a kid. I'm like, whatever, Billy, just go, whatever, just whatever you need to make up. But
Yeah.
I'm with you there. I mean, I know that we're talking about Zatanna, but yeah, I could definitely. I kind of like Courtney, so I wouldn't mind reading a bit more about her.
Yeah, but anyway, guys, that was our commentary on Zatanna. Of course, we got some good episodes coming up down the pipeline for you guys. And once we get through these episodes, me and Tex, we're going to be doing commentaries on Mass of the Phantasm and Sub-Zero. So once we get through that portion of the animated series, then we're going to be jumping over to the new Batman Adventures, where the studio goes through a big animation change. A lot of people don't like it, but
For the
I love it.
better, yeah, it's better change for the better. I stand by it.
Yeah, but I love the animation change. It is
Oh, I
what
do
it
too.
is.
I do too. I
Because
stand by it, man. I just the designs, everything. I love it.
as cheap as it was, it still helped the studio in the long run anyway. But we're looking forward to those moments. But for now, thank you guys so much for listening to this commentary. Tex, where can everybody find you?
So, guys, you can find me at the Detective on Twitter and YouTube.
And as always, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch at Blackwing2040. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to be notified whenever I go live or whenever a new video goes up. And as always, I'm Vengeance, I'm Darkness, I am Blackwing.